This is our little forgotten Bumblebee with a bandage on the one door. Even under the number plate is also a bandage. But do not underestimate the look of our Bumblebee over here. I spent about 2 to 3 hours just working on this car, trying to perfect it to be one of the fastest Honda Civics out there. I did probably 50 to even 100 runs, adjusting the smallest things to see how my time is improving or getting worse, to know if I should go the opposite direction with my tuning. So a lot of effort has been placed in this tuning, and what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna show you what I've upgraded, I'm gonna show you my tune, and then I'm also gonna go to the drag race and show you my time at the festival drag race. So just a small disclaimer, I went and actually compared my car to other people that maybe have also built a Honda Civic that claimed that their car is the fastest. Let me just tell you one thing real quick. No one does the festival drag race and complete it. They all stand somewhere, drive to the camera, or just say, here's the tune for the best Honda Civic. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a set point out there so that if you are driving the Honda Civic, you can actually go and compare your car against my car and see if your car is better or slower. But once again, I put a lot of effort in this car, and I believe it might be the fastest tune for the Honda Civic. Alright, so let's quickly start. Also, I'll drop my share code in the description, and then also you don't have to go, like, I'm going to show you all the upgrades I did now and explain why I did certain things. You can actually just skip to the tuning part or just download the share code. It's all up to you. If you do go and put in the share code, you'll basically get my tune and all the upgrades and pay a certain amount. So in a scenario like that, is you guys can basically skip everything and go to the drag race. But anyway, let's quickly go through it. So we're gonna go to the conversions. Here's the engine conversion. So we went with the 2-liter motor, inline 4 variable valve timing. So when I actually went back and compared it against a 1.6-liter inline 4 turbo rally motor, I did install the motor, I upgraded it to fully, and then I actually noticed that the 2-liter actually has got more kilowatt than the turbo rally engine. So then I never purchased it. I went over to the 2-liter motor, and then I purchased this one. So then for the drivetrain, because this car only weighs 1 ton, basically 989 kilograms, going with the rear-wheel drive setup will make this car spin abnormally. I mean, like, yeah, maybe if you're gonna make it a top-end car, but for a drag car, 4-wheel drive is the best. It just hooks, and literally I raced some of my friends. I actually won, and they bought me like, they gifted me a game. We had like a money bet going on. I probably won both of them with about 4 car lengths. So anyway, this car really gets out of the dig with the all-wheel drive system. For the turbo over here, we've got a single turbo. We are turbo boys, or turbo ladies if there's any ladies. And then also, yeah, we didn't go for a supercharger there. So for the upgrades, basically all of this is upgraded till max, but I'll just quickly go through it and show you guys. There we go. Okay, let's quickly work through it. I just want to show you guys I'm not doing something differently than what I'm sharing with you guys, so you guys can see. Flywheel, oil cooler, and intercooler. Alright, everything is at max. Going over to the brakes, I went with the highest brake kit. If you guys look, if I go to the middle one, it actually adds weight like 7 kilograms. So I think the big brake system is also like probably less in weight, a certain material or something. So also I went with the race setup. So basically, just to let you know that the race springs, before there was a bug that if you actually play with the rally springs, you could have gotten your car better than with drag springs, but it has changed where the race springs is the better spring now for drag racing. Going over to our front sway bars, we've got the maxed installed and max installed, just to show you why the heck would you do that, because it's adding weight. For some reason in this game, the car was weighing 991. When you install a sway bar, oh sorry, an anti-roll bar, we lost 2 kilograms. Doesn't make sense? I'm keeping quiet and I'm taking it. So for the roll cage, we did not install anything. We want our car to be as light as possible. That is why we went with the full race weight deduction kit. Okay, going over hot the hot season will arrive in 59 minutes. I don't care. So for the drivetrain, we went with the 7-speed gearbox. What I would really suggest you guys to do is go with the 8-speed gearbox. Take my 7-speed gear ratio, put it in the 7-speed gear ratio of the 8-speed box, and in the 8th gear, use for top end. This car, the gear ratio is specifically made for the drag race because that's a drag race. But if you want to use it for multiple, just going on the highway, racing your friends and all of that, you can even grab the 8-speed, 9-speed, or 10-speed. Keep my 7 gear ratio speeds as is. Work on 8, 9, 10. It depends on the speed ratio you're going to take to make it also a highway car. Anyway, if we go to driveline, we've got the Max installed. Over here, we've got the race diff installed. Going for our tires. So for our tires, we obviously have got drag compound installed. For the tires width, as you guys can see, I own this one. But actually, when I was tuning, sorry, oh, I just swallowed some air there. Actually, yeah, so when I was tuning this car, I noticed that the front of the car is not really spinning. We're putting a lot more power to the rear of the car, to the front of the car. So having the bigger tires on it, it adds to weight at the end of the day. As you guys can see, it's 4 kilograms. So when I went to smaller tires, back to stock, our front is never spinning. So why have big tires with a lot of weight and obviously weight on a rotation where you can, and it's not needed because we're not spinning. So then going to the rear, we have got the Max. You guys can see I did go to smaller tires. It did spin crazy, so I just went back to the bigger tires. Maybe you can try the 235s. I just went straight with the 245s. Okay, going over to the mags, you can literally choose any mag. Just make sure it's the lightest mag. Usually if I go in here, my game freezes a lot and stuff because it's trying to like switch the mags around and etc and etc. So in a scenario like this, choose the lightest mags. Going to our front and rear rim size, do not install it. As you install it, it makes your car heavier. So keep it as it is. Going over to our aero, I did not install any aero. It just, everything adds weight. We're going in a straight line. We don't need aerodynamics to push the rear end down or something. So yeah, basically, this car is 4-wheel drive. It can hook and it can go. Okay, good stuff. So let's quickly go all the way back. We're gonna go through our custom tuning real quick. So for the front tire pressure, we went with 2 bar. If you're not so familiar with tire pressure, the lower the pressure is, the more grip you have on pull away, but the worse your top end speed will be. So for example, if your front is 1 bar, yes, it will hook, but at top end you might lose some kilometers or miles per hour. Meaning that when you finish the race, instead of finishing at 160 miles per hour, you will finish at 155 miles per hour. So you'll be good on a pull away, but you'll lose on the top end. And because the front doesn't spin, I could actually push it up to 2 bar. So for the rear, the car hooks perfectly good at 1.5 bar. So also by moving it to 1 bar, I didn't notice a lot of change in the what do you call it, like in the time, but as soon as I took it up a bit, I was surprised that it actually increased a bit. Going to the gearing, here is the gearing. You can pause the video, type it in. Once again, use the share code. Also, if you use the share code, I actually get money from you using the share code in the game, which means that I can basically buy more cars, upgrade more cars, tune more cars, and bring more videos like this for you. Going for the alignment, over here we've got our front set at -0.1, our rear at +0.1. Initially I will not put my camera like this, but for some reason in a game it just worked. This is what the car wanted. Our toe is 0, and front caster is at high. Anti-roll bars is stiff at the front and halfway in the middle. Springs is basically, I would say, 80% stiff in the front. For the rear it is 20% soft at the back. Then front and low, the height of this car is at minimum. Going to the damping, we've got 1, 20, 21. Aerodynamics, we don't have anything. For the braking, I'm actually braking more power in the front. So 65% brake force in the front, 35% brake force in the rear. Braking pressure is 75. Basically, when you brake, you don't want your car to skid. Then you're actually skidding further than your car is braking. So yeah, I didn't really tune this. I just know that's a basic good area to work from. from. And then for differential, acceleration 100, deceleration 0, 100, 0. And we're putting 75% power to the rear. So that is why we can go with smaller tires to the front, because most of our power is going to the back. So yeah, if we had to move this to 50-50, yeah, then our front wheels would have spun. But anyway, there we go. Let's quickly go to the racetrack. Okay, so we're quickly gonna start the race. This is where I'm gonna keep quiet. At the end of the race, you will see my times. Once again, compare it to your car, the tune you have, or the tune you have downloaded from someone, and let me know if my car is faster or not. It will be so interesting to see. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, that is a good first place with a very good time, 15.17. My best was breaking into the 15.0s, but very high zeros, 0.90. Sometimes at the start, you guys did see the car did have some wheel spin. Sometimes it's better, sometimes a little bit worse, but initially this is an average good time that I'm getting. Even look at that, we raced against a McLaren. We won a McLaren with a 1997 model Honda Civic. Anyway, there we go. There was also something I wanted to tell you guys. Ah, oh, damn it. Well, I can't remember what it was. It's probably not important, right? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope I get some feedback from you guys to know if this car is faster than the car you have. Honestly, this car is just freaking amazing. Oh yeah, I remember. Sorry, let's just slow down here. I remember what I wanted to tell you guys. That was that you guys saw I raced the car in automatic is because if I test the car in automatic, every adjustment I make, it like shifts at the same time, revs up till the same time, and all of that kind of things. So it's easier to tune your car while being in automatic. So if you can go over and put your car into manual mode, you can actually get a little bit of better time, because this car, for example, bombs out at, let's say, 8,500 RPMs as an example, but as soon as you go to manual mode, you can push it past 9,000 RPMs most likely, just past 9,000 RPMs, and you might actually get a little bit of a better time. Anyway, guys, we're gonna drop this video right over here. I do hope that it was super helpful, entertaining, and etc. Informative as well. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more of these kind of videos in the future, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It's supporting me, and then obviously it motivates me to get out more videos for you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.